What's up, guys? Hope we're hanging in there. It's been a interesting week. Hopefully you guys have got your equipment out, started playing around with it. If not, hopefully we're at home doing our NC45 workout that we're going to go over today. So two things we're going to do. We've got strength first, and then we have our little Metcon to finish. So the first thing that we have, our strength is going to be 5 sets. We're going to start with 10 dumbbell front squats, and then we're going to do 10 to 15 negative push-ups. So with the negatives or the deficits, you guys can use dumbbells if you want. If we're not the best at push-ups and that deficit is too much for us, we can even just work on hand release push-ups. It's a really good time to work on there. So 10 to 15, it shouldn't take too much effort. So if we have to change it within the 5 sets, that's totally fine. With the dumbbell front squats, base it off if you have 1 or 2, or even if you have a backpack or a plate. It doesn't have to be just the dumbbell. Use what you guys have, that's totally fine. So with the front squat, if we're going single, remember we want those elbows up nice and high. Get that dumbbell resting on the shoulders, eyes forward on this one. Good squat. Keep those elbows up on the way down. We don't want to see you guys look down and kind of drop those shoulders, so stay at that really good position. If we're gonna go double, same thing. We want those back of those dumbbells up on the shoulders, eyes are forward on this one. Good squat and stand. This is a little bit tougher for some of us to do, so we have to focus on those elbows and not drop and squat. If we feel like we're really fighting those dumbbells, might not be a bad idea to go back to 1. Okay. For our deficit push-ups, we can kind of move the dumbbells on this one. They don't necessarily have to be at a certain position. I like mine more at an angle, kind of mimics more where the elbows are actually going to be on this one. And then all we're going to do is our normal push-up, chest to the ground, and then back up. Okay, so same thing. If we like the deficit but we don't necessarily have that strength yet, we can even go to the knees. That's totally fine. Just kind of work on that longer range of motion, down and back up. Just make sure we keep that back tight. We don't want that butt flaring up in the air. Okay, so that is going to be our strength. For the workout, we've got 3 different movements we're going to do. We have alternating single dumbbell thrusters. This will be a new movement for us. We've got up downs, and we have alternating dumbbell snatch. So the alternating single dumbbell thrusters goes down by 10 each time. We go 40, 30, 20, 10. The other 2 movements stay at 20 across the board. Okay, so for our single arm dumbbell thruster, just like our normal thruster, okay, good front squat position, squat, big press overhead. We can switch at the shoulders, same thing, squat and press. Make sure that we are squatting and then standing before we start the press. So think just like a push press, dip, really big jump. The only difference is we're just going a little bit lower, big hips to get that dumbbell overhead, okay? If we're a little more experienced, we might be able to switch it kind of on the way up at the top, back down into it, kind of do something like this. That is a little bit more technical though, so keep that in mind. Up downs, we've probably done 1,000 of these in the last week, it feels like. Nothing changes on this. Good push-up position. Really strive to get in that good push-up position. We don't want to catch it kind of in that halfway. So get all the way back, big jump up, stand, hips open at the top, okay? And then with our alternating dumbbell snatch, I do want both of the dumbbell sides to touch the ground, okay? So whether we're gonna go more of a conventional snatch position, where the dumbbells end over end this way, pull and press, or if we like a little bit more of kind of that CrossFit style where the head is facing back and forward, same thing, pull to press. Focus is on this one again. Make sure we use those hips and then we pull up, okay? Keep that dumbbell as close as possible. We shouldn't treat this like a dumbbell swing. We want to think close to the body, all the way up, big press at the top, and then you guys can switch if you want on the way down, switch at the ground. Same thing if we're a little bit more advanced, we can kind of drop and then go into the next one. Okay, that's your NC45. Have fun.